I have a trip coming up in 2 weeks, so I was able to call in the passport center, and it prints out with a code in the bottom. In addition to your passport, if I bring in the birth certificate, or if you're a naturalized citizen like myself, you need to bring your naturalization certificate. So I just finished renewing the passport. My old passport is right there, so brand new passport. So today it's snowing, but anyways, I'm heading over to get my passport done. So I want to show you guys how this is done, and then I'll talk about a little bit on what you need to do to get your passport and how you can actually get it faster. That's what I'm doing today. So stick around as we go and navigate this snowy day of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. All right. So anyways, if this was in my home state of North Carolina, everything will be closed down because of the snow that's coming down. But anyways, here in Philadelphia, this is normal to them. I grew up with this, so it doesn't bother people. People drive normally. Everybody knows how to drive in the snow. But in comparison to North Carolina, everything would have been shut down by now. Quickly, I want to talk to you, how can you get your passport done the way I'm actually getting it done. So I have a trip coming up in 2 weeks, so I was able to call in the passport center and ask them to actually schedule an appointment for me and see if the appointment were available. And they said that it was, but the requirement is you have to have your trip coming due in 2 weeks. So if you have a trip coming in a week or two, and you need your passport renewed, or you need the passport right away, you can call the U.S. Passport Center, but they will require that you will have actually an itinerary to show them that you're actually traveling in the next 2 weeks. Otherwise, you can't get the appointment at the passport center. Then you have to do that at your post office. Again, so you have to have an appointment, or you have to have a trip that's coming out within 2 weeks for you to do your passport to be expedited. But if you do not have a trip coming due, they will ask you to actually go into the post office. So you want to allow enough time, and especially right now with the amount of time that's taking for passports to be done. So you want to just allow enough time. But the way I did it is because I have a trip coming up in 2 weeks, so we were able to actually get that. So I'm gonna go there now and see if they're going to actually give me my passport the same day, or are they going to ship it to me. From what I know, from what I've done in the past, is you can get your passport the same day. You get the passport application completed, and they verify everything, and then they tell you to come back within an hour or two to get your passport to pick it up. So we're gonna see. So fingers crossed. Let's see if I'm able to actually get my passport today. The next thing you need to do, once you actually confirm with them and they give you an appointment, you will then go into the U.S. travel website for you to complete your application. So you can fill out your application online. I actually use the fillable form, so I fill up everything, verify that the information is correct, make sure that I've checked every single thing for mistakes, and then once I have that application completed, I will then print it in the PDF format, and it prints out with a code in the bottom, which is the code that they'll use to scan it once you get to the passport center. The things that you need to bring with you when you go for the actual appointment, you need to bring with you your application. You need to bring in the information of your appointment, so they'll give you a unique identifier number, and then your appointment time, all that email, you need to bring that with you. And then the next thing that you need to do, you need to bring out your itinerary, and this is very important, and provide it to them. There are 2 ways you can actually have the itinerary. You can actually go into airline companies or other websites, travel portals that will allow you to book your flight, and you can cancel within 24 hours. So when you do that, it gives you a confirmation number, and that will serve as a proof for you to present to actually travel to the appointment, to the travel passport center. The other thing you want to bring with you is going to be your actual passport. So if you renew your passport, you want to bring your current passport. Whether it's expired or not, the U.S. doesn't really have a requirement on how long you have to wait before your passport expires to be renewed. So whenever you feel like renewing your passport, you can just do that. If you don't have a passport, then you have to bring your birth certificate, or if you're a naturalized citizen like myself, you then have to bring your naturalization certificate so they can verify that you are actually a U.S. citizen. And then once you have these documentation, you can bring it along with you to the processing center, and they will review those documents with you, and then if it looks good, then you will be issued your passport. This is crazy. It's actually snowing, and I'm right here, Philly area, about to get my passport done. So, but the snow is coming up pretty heavy right now. So I just finished renewing the passport. Now I have to just wait until it's done. They told me to come back in 3 hours to come and pick it up. So I'm going to hang around Philadelphia downtown area until I'm ready to get my passport. And I'm going to explain to you guys soon in the next segment exactly what's the process when you get inside the building. So anyways, I wanted to get in the car because it's noisy out there. So I just finished up actually the process of introducing my passport application for them to actually process it, and I'm hoping to get it back. So they told me to come back in 3 hours to actually pick up my passport. So I'll be back to actually get the passport. So a few things: when you go in there, they will verify that you actually have an appointment. If you have an appointment, then they'll let you go in to check in. And once you check in, if you're doing just a passport renewal, they just need to see your old passport and your application, and then your fee and your travel information. If you are doing a new passport, then they want to see your citizenship verification, which is a birth certificate or a naturalization certificate. And then, of course, your application, your itinerary, and then the funds that you're going to be paying for your passport. So the costs for them to expedite this is basically you pay the regular fee, which again, remember the passport prices went up, so by $20. So now it's $130 for the actual cost of the passport booklet. And then the expediting fee is for another $60. So you're paying a total of $190 for you to get your passport renewed and get it the same day. So I think that's worth it if you have a trip that is coming soon. Now, if you don't want to share the $60 and you're not in a rush and you just want to do the regular process, then you're going to save yourself $60. So I think overall it's a great process if you need your passport expedited. So now I just have to sit here and wait until I actually get my passport. The one last thing I wanted to say is, because I do a lot of travel and I travel a lot, my passport, I usually get the booklet that has 52 pages. So that way I'm not coming back and getting my passport renewed once the other one fills out. Now I'm gonna go find some coffee, some food, and then relax until it's time for me to actually pick up my passport. So just finished eating food. Now we're gonna go and pick up our passport. And it's still snowing here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So pray for me, y'all. Hopefully I catch my flight. So while I was driving to the city, I saw actually one of my favorite stores that is located actually in Europe. And I decided to check it out. So I'm actually here at the gallery, which is very improved place now. So I'm gonna check out Primark and then kill some time while I wait for my passport. Actually, a quick story. When I used to be younger, I grew up here in Philadelphia. I'll come here to the gallery area and shop and we'll all just hang out around and they've actually remodeled this entire area, and it looks completely different than what it used to be when I was actually younger. So it's just crazy how things can change just within 10 years, 5 years. I actually have another video that is coming up on the channel that I actually had when I was in Madrid. I recorded this crazy Primark store located right in central Madrid, and it is huge. I'll put a small footage of it right now, but I just wanted to show you the difference of like Primark is actually gaining traction here in the US. So the hope is we can see this store everywhere. But again, this is just side note of my vlog, okay? So I was able to actually find some stuff that I needed. So now I'm gonna head out of here before I spend more money. I'm now at one of my other favorite one, which is H&M. So going down to the men's department. Guys, I got my passport right over here, brand new passport, and then my old passport is right there. So brand new passport. Excited, ready to start traveling again. I'm not too worried, so let's get going. So was this process worth it? Yes, for me, because I needed to travel. But again, if you factor in the cost of the flight to get here and everything else, it's a little bit more expensive, but I needed a passport to be able to travel. So I am excited. Again, I provided all the tips about how you can be able to get your passport expedited, and I was able to do it. So again, if this video was informative, please be sure to hit the like button. And also, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to our channel, and then make sure that you share this video with a lot of people. And one last thing, make sure you hit the notification button so that way you know when we drop a brand new video. Again, see you on the next video. Right, guys? See you in the next video.